Good evening, everybody. I hope that everybody has had a wonderful day. We're about to go ahead and get started. We're going to dive into our session tonight. Before I get started, I ask that you all will please like, love, and share and tag this content. Tag somebody you know. Let's talk about something that's really real, something that we need to discuss in our community, something that's taken our world by storm, but it's still kind of quiet. It's still kind of not looked at as strongly as it should be, especially when it comes to our Black men and their inward struggles sometimes and how life can happen. So we ask that you all will please take a moment, like, love, share, tag somebody, because tonight I really do believe it's going to be phenomenal. Phenomenal. I think it's going to be eye opening, world shaking. Definitely something that's going to, cultivate our minds to think of things a little differently. We're going to love a little differently. We're going to just live differently, period. I feel like that this is something that, again, we need to discuss. So I hope that you all are in here for the long haul. Y'all ready to hang out with us for a little bit. And let's get down to some brass tacks, some things that really, really matter. I'm so honored. I'm so privileged to have such a wonderful young lady on the live with me tonight. This is our first time meeting.
Yes, yes.
Would you like to introduce yourself, ma'am?
Well, I'm Katrina Barnett, and I'm really just a regular citizen of Charlotte, North Carolina. I got 5 kids. I have 6 grandkids, and
Mm,
that's
girl, stop. Now, you're not old enough to
yes,
have no grandkids.
I do. I do. I have grandbabies. There's one in the background now. Yeah, I have grandbabies.
Nice. So are you from,
Yeah.
are you originally from Charlotte?
Yes, I was born, raised in Charlotte, but I was also raised in Bridgeport, Connecticut for like 8 years, nine
Okay, I was
years.
about to
So
say, now wait a minute. I'm born and raised in
yeah.
Charlotte, and I have not seen you around these parts.
Yes, yes, yes. So I'm originally from Charlotte though, West Boulevard, 1500.
Okay, West Boulevard.
Yes. So
Nice. All
yes,
right, all
yes.
right. Well, that is awesome. Also, I want to plug before we get into the deep what we're talking about tonight.
Right.
Also, plug in your business and all the things that you got going on.
Yes, I'm the owner of Two Queens and Dream Service. Helping my brother with his anonymously loud podcast. I got some new stuff on, so y'all just stay tuned.
Now, repeat that because I think you were lagging a little bit. I don't want the people to miss it.
Can you hear me?
I can, but you were lagging just
Can
a
you hear
little
me?
bit. You might want to repeat that. I can hear you. Uh huh.
Oh, okay. I said yes. So it's some new stuff that we got coming on as far as designing and making different stuff. So y'all just stay tuned. We have a lot of stuff coming for 2023. And
Yes.
yes, like, share, and subscribe to Queens in a Dream cleaning service. Yes.
Please do. Please do, y'all. I know I already
Yes.
did, but y'all need to go ahead and do that.
Yes. Yes.
We are all about supporting our own, okay?
That's it.
That's that. Let's support each other. Let's see who's on tonight. I see Miss Angie Barnes. Welcome, Miss Angie.
Yes.
So glad that you are a part
Yes.
of the live tonight. Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome. So this is a podcast that I began a couple weeks ago. It was
Mhm.
something. Hey Shay, Kashana Shay Sanders is on
Hey.
tonight. Good
Hey.
evening. Y'all rolling on in here.
Yay.
Okay. Mr.
Yes, yes,
Faye. Hey,
yes.
good evening.
Yes. I love it. I love
Good
it.
evening. I am enjoying this love tonight. Hello,
Yes. I love
everybody.
y'all.
Yes, this is what it's all about right here, supporting our own.
Yes.
But I was saying, I started this podcast a couple weeks ago. The Lord really led me to do this
Mhm.
because I feel like a lot of people that are grieving and going through different things in their lives, we tend to channel it differently and we don't talk about it enough. And I feel like that can't nothing heal without air getting to it. So even with our broken hearts and things, we cover things so well. Hey, good evening, Eric Harris. We cover things so well that sometimes we need to let that stuff ring through so we
Right.
can go ahead and heal from it in a healthy way.
Right.
Because anything that's inward sometimes can be poisonous. And it's just not something
Toxic.
that
Yeah.
yeah, that we're going to be able to manage properly until we are out here talking about it. And not only that, but turning something so ugly, something so hurtful into something so beautiful. Taking,
Right.
life, we don't want to take life for granted, but we also want to make sure Sharon and Clayton are on. Good
Yes, that's
evening.
my mom and daddy.
Hi, mom and dad.
Hi, parents.
Hi, parentals. But yeah, it's just amazing, that we can have this opportunity to have this dialogue to talk about things that, really matter most to us, and things that may not have been so fortunate that has happened. Definitely, we don't want to lose anybody that we love.
Right,
However, we can give tools and ways and strategy to be able to give to other people so that they can handle it properly, so
right,
they can differentiate between healthy grief and unhealthy grief. So use
right.
our lives, use our stories as a roadmap to help you get through it. So before we get started tonight, we are definitely honoring someone who was so near and dear to her
Yes,
heart. It was her brother. um I feel like, you can't fully know how to feel until it happens to you.
right,
And I, like I say, I've said before, I've said it time and time again, and I'll continue to say it. You can't lead somebody somewhere that you've never been. So sometimes we have to hear that one on one, how we survive, how we get beyond it, how we live through it, for other people to know how to handle it and how to handle it properly. So we're
right.
gonna start with a little clip tonight, um, that I think would be befitting for you all to see prior to us really diving into dialogue. I hope that everybody's settled and y'all are ready to get this thing started, because once we get this video rolling, we moving
Hey,
forward
let's
real
get
quick
it.
after that. All right, so
Let's
y'all just
get it.
hold tight, hold to your seats, hold tight. Don't get too comfortable because we don't want you going to sleep. We need you to be alive, all right? Because we're gonna
Right,
keep
right.
on talking, and we want you to keep the comments coming. Let's have some dialogue, all right?
Yes.
Hey, hey, what's happening? What's happening? It's the S data, S data. On your mark, get set, everybody go, 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 go. Everybody go, everybody go.
I miss you really much.
Now I'm just sitting here thinking about all I've been through. Never would have made it. If it had not been for you, it's so amazing. Yeah. When I think about where I've come.
All right, so y'all, again, we are honoring and remembering the life of a king, the life of Adrian Lamar Harris. Okay, Katrina, so you go ahead and you tell us more about your brother.
Oh. Well, that's my Rufus. That's my Stinkabud. That's my baby. Like, that was my baby. Like, it was thrill. It's five of us. It's five of us. My mama had five kids,
Mm-hmm.
but Adrian was that's my baby. Like, so I don't know. Like, he was just a bubble of joy. Like, Adrian, everything was goofy to him. Like, everything was laughter, fun. Like, he was a light in a dark room. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just everything to everybody. Like, he helped everybody. He tried to make everybody happy. He tried to make
So,
everybody happy.
how have you been dealing with the whole situation, as far as, and how have you been grieving? Have you handled your grief with losing a sibling, losing your brother?
Actually and truly, I have actually, honestly, I haven't took the time to really grieve. Um, right after Adrian passed away in April 2019, my daughter had a baby, so I had a grandchild. So that was kind of like my shield. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I took to my grandchild because I just lost my brother. So I was like, that's his angel. You know what I'm saying? That's him sending her for me to keep me off of him not being here. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right.
So I don't know. I love him. I miss him every day. Every day. It's really hard. Like, I really haven't I really haven't. So
How has your family dynamic changed, or how has your family been since losing Adrian?
I mean, it's been we just all just numb. It's just like because he was just that for everybody. It's like we can't believe it. It's still unreal. It's unreal. Like
Right.
he was just smiling and happy. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, and even for like my husband, my kids, my husband was the last one with him. So
Wow.
it's like, I don't know. It's hard.
I can
It's
only
hard.
imagine. I can only imagine. I mean, I lost my mom, but I can't imagine losing a sibling. I mean,
It's
every loss hit different. You
it
know,
do. It do.
it has its own special effects. Like you can't think that it's ever going to be the same. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? From losing
Right.
one person to another. But I mean, I empathize and I sympathize with you because I haven't had to deal with that. I've dealt with someone that was very close to me, that was like
Right.
a god brother to me, but a blood sibling,
Right.
I have not had to endure that. However, I do want to encourage you to take the time to grieve.
Right.
I do want to encourage you to do that. I did not, and because of my lack of grieving, my
Mm.
mom passed in 2016. Because of my lack of grieving, it ate me up internally. And it
Right.
caused different health issues and anxiety and depression. And I'm trying to
Right.
be dedicated for all of this stuff. And it's really coming simply because I didn't take the time to grieve. I was a mom. I was working. I never
Right.
stopped.
Right.
I was just ripping, running. You know how we do as women. Ripping,
Right.
running, trying to make sure
Yep.
everything is all right. Everybody else
Still
is
trying to
good.
maintain.
We're trying to
Yep.
maintain. And so
Yep.
we tend to forget about self because
Right.
we have so many other things and so many other people that's dependent on us.
Right.
And yeah, right, Trey. Trey said we just take our licking and keep on ticking. That is absolutely correct. We do.
Yep.
But we need to try to do a little bit better with that because what happens is it's a domino effect. When it finally does hit,
Right.
it's a domino effect. So all of the things, all of the places that we didn't allow to heal, all of those things that we didn't want to deal with, it's like a pile up at that point. It's
Oh
almost
yeah.
like when you get stuck in traffic, then it's a pile up and you stuck and you can't go nowhere. But
Right.
all of that anxiety, all of that sadness, all of that grief is going to be so heavy that it's going to make you feel like literally like you're getting swallowed up in it. You
Oh
know,
yeah. Oh
I would
yeah.
say definitely try your very best to take time. I mean, I'm not saying wallow in it, feel how you feel and then get up and move on.
Right.
Like that's the healthy way, you
Right.
know.
Right.
Because sometimes when we go down that rabbit hole, it's hard
Ain't
to
no
get back out.
comeback. Right. Yeah.
And some people
Yeah.
never recover. Some people
Right.
never recover. I'm grateful to God every day that I still have sound mind. I still have the activity in my limbs. I still can go out here and hustle and bustle, do what I need to do. You
But see,
know,
I have a great support system. Like I really have an amazing support system because my brother Trey,
yes.
my sister, my dad is a praying dad. I have a praying grandmother. You know what I'm saying? So I come from a praying family. So they keep me lifted. They keep me lifted, and then my kids just rally around me, and they keep me lifted. They do. They really do.
and
So
that's something that you said. You said something that was so important just now. Prayer.
right, prayer
You
is a
know,
must. Cause
it's
that's
it's
the
an
only
absolute
way I've
lifeline.
been able to maintain all these years without breaking. You know what I'm saying? So prayer is a must.
It
Prayer
is
is a
absolutely a must.
must.
Yeah.
It's a must. It is a
Yeah, we
must.
can't neglect that. If you want to
Yeah.
survive, you can't neglect prayer.
Oh yeah. Oh
Long
yeah.
live Harrison just said that place is a lonely place. Yeah, it definitely can be. But
Oh
I'm
yeah.
grateful that you have an amazing support system because a lot of people don't have that.
Yeah.
Um Trey said, I'm ready to join the conversation.
That's my baby brother. Come on, brother.
Come on in, bro. I told you you're good. Come on in.
Hey,
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 Trey.
hey.
Welcome.
Hey, can you hear me?
I I can. I hear you very well.
Hey. So I just
So,
wanted
Shay,
to
you
kind of,
talk about your brother. Tell us.
yes, I kind of wanted to piggyback off some things because this is my sister first time on camera, so she's a little nervous, but it's all right. But I told her that I think this was a good experience for her because we talk about my brother a lot as far as just the happy times. I don't focus on what happened and pretty much where he is. I just focus on what he have done. My brother was a veteran for the country. He had PTSD, so that played a lot into him
Wow.
not being here today. So it's so many great things he did that I won't allow that one situation to overshadow everything that he overcame. I'm not gonna lie, it is times where I still have those selfish moments, and I'll be like, you know what, my brother is a veteran and he went to everywhere there was, and you didn't even lose your life then. And sometimes I'm like, I wish I would have got that phone call instead of that phone call. So I teeter totter with it, and then on top of that, just being a Gemini, I'm like, one twin is like, brother, why? And then the other one is like, I want to choke you. So we go back and forth with it.
Yes. Well, I'm glad that you pinpointed that too. It's all in
Yeah.
how you process things. You
Yes.
got to think of the happy times. I think I shared it with Shay when she was on here, and I was talking about how we're all on borrowed time. No time is
Yeah.
promised to none of us. So if you change your
Right.
perspective on how you look at life, then you know what I'm saying. That's what helps you get through life. That's what helps you get
Right.
through the
Mm-hmm.
ups and the downs of life, because the ups and downs are gonna come. It's
Of
never gonna
course.
Right.
stop. Life is gonna life. It's gonna happen. Life will hit,
Look,
and it's gonna hit with like they
life
say,
is
life
going
be
to
It's
life.
life.
gonna hit.
Yes. Life
Life
is
be
going to
life.
life.
Life
Yes.
is going to life. Okay,
Yes.
it's not
Life
gonna
is
It
going to
stop.
is
life.
It don't
like
take no days off.
For sure.
yes, like
And
It's
it's gonna hit.
nothing else stops.
mhm,
It's
Everything
gonna
else is
hit.
still going.
and
Yes.
like I was also having a conversation with my sister as far as concerning my brother, and I also like to have this conversation just out loud with many different people, especially with the times that we're living in now. A lot of people, they're dealing with functional depression and don't even realize it. A lot of people don't even realize it. They think because you're depressed, you're in your room crying, or you're going to be on the next episode of My 600-Pound Life. Like, they look at depression like that. But no, people fail to realize you can still get up every day, be a good wife, a good mother, a good employee at
Smile.
work. But on the
Yeah.
inside, you feel
Yeah.
nothing for you.
Yeah. That's true.
Listen, all of that, what you just said, right there,
That's true.
right there, like all of that,
That's true.
all of that. And
Yeah.
it's almost it's like you're living in a fantasy world. You're not
Right.
Yes.
even living
La
in
La
reality,
Land.
because
Right.
you've created
Mm-hmm.
a whole
Hmm.
nother reality that's not even really
Mm,
reality. And then you're
right.
Right.
stuck within yourself, but it's an
Hmm.
inward cry. That's
Right.
why you see suicide climbing so much,
Of
Right.
because
course.
people never really see it coming. Like,
Yeah.
we
Right.
see all these famous people and we looking at them like, well, they had all this money, and we see that they, what I'm saying, they living better than
Hmm.
us. So we trying to figure out, well, make it make sense.
Right.
Right. And
It-
see, that's what we was like with my brother. Like when he came home from the military, he was straight. You know what I'm saying? Like he didn't want
as
for nothing.
as far
You
as
feel
we
me?
know.
Right. That's
As
what I'm
far
Yeah.
as we
saying.
know.
But he didn't. My brother, he spoiled me. I don't care about nobody else. He spoiled me. You know what I'm saying? So, so he was doing good.
Right.
So
Trey was not liking that, okay? He
Yeah,
was like, you did not have
okay.
to
And
add
I'm
that
the
blood.
I'm the baby boy. We'll talk about that after the show.
Oh, yeah,
so
yeah, 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 yeah.
we had it was times like the day everything happened, everything was good.
Just kind of
You
give
know what
a
I'm
brief
saying?
synopsis of that day because that's very
Yeah.
important how that day
Like it
went.
was good. Like he was fine. He was good. Adrian was okay. Like I said, my husband spent the day with him. And usually they spend all day and all night together, just doing guy stuff. They had their own brother-in-law thing going on. You know
Their
what I'm saying?
bromance.
So I'm like,
Right.
okay. So that night I said, babe, don't spend all night with my brother. You know what I'm saying? He came home. As soon as he came home, I got the phone call that he was gone. But prior to that, he had a video. Like I guess as soon as my husband had left, he had went live on Facebook. So he did everything on Facebook. So that was hard for me to know that so many people had seen what had happened to him. So
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That.
So
Wow.
it's
And it's crazy. My recollection of that day was I had just got home from work, and it's funny because I always have my phone in my hand. I always have my phone. But on this particular day, my phone was dead. And so my phone is in my room charging, and my family is blowing me up, letting me know what was going on. And because of, me being a huge, social media influencer and stuff like that, I'm always on social media. So there's a possibility I could have been on social media and seen that, and thank God I didn't. But I do remember I had to call his wife down in Texas and tell her what had just happened, because she also runs a social media business as well.
right.
And I know she's on there a lot. And I was just like, hey, I need you to stay off social media because, this situation just happened. And
Right.
she thought I was playing. She's like, bro, stop playing, stop playing. I'm like,
Yeah, 'cause he
listen,
wasn't that type of person.
yeah, that's how far-fetched it sounded. And so
Right.
I'm like, no, I play about a lot of things, but death isn't one of them. So I think that was like one of the hardest phone calls I've had to make. And she never told, his children exactly what happened. She just lets them know, he's no longer here. So we definitely respect her for that. And whenever she's ready to have that conversation, we gonna let her have it.
Yeah, with us. You know what I'm
Right.
Yeah.
saying?
How many
But
kids do they have?
He has 5
yeah, he has 5
total.
kids.
Wow.
Mm.
Like age range. How old were they? Like just approximately around that time.
Fairly young.
Yeah, they
Fairly young,
definitely
because
like
his oldest two, they're just now like becoming teenagers. So they were
yeah.
they were
Wow.
fairly young. Yeah. And it's going
Wow.
on 4 years come April the 10th. So yeah.
Yeah. And
Hmm.
then I noticed too is that it was right before his birthday.
Yeah.
Yes. His birthday is the 14th. So it was 4 days before
4
his
days.
birthday.
Right. And then the video that I sent you was days before that.
Days before that.
Happy, and he had just
Yeah,
got his
he was just
18. Well,
chilling.
because he had
Yeah.
many businesses. Adrian had an entertainment business, Blue Diamond Entertainment. They're still up and running. His best
Hmm.
friend is running that, Kendall Choice, and he had a
Pressure washing business.
detailing business. Yep, and then
Hmm.
he had his cleaning business, and then he had the trucking business. He had 2 18-wheelers. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So can y'all break down like did he say anything particular on the live that kind of caught y'all off guard?
I didn't watch the live.
We personally never watched it live. A sister of ours did, because like we said, it is 5 of us. But one of our
Right.
sisters was on the live, and she kept calling him, because she's watching it. He's saying, he was saying some pretty crazy stuff, and he was crying and emotional, from my understanding. And she kept calling him, and he
He
just
wouldn't
kept sending her
answer.
the voicemail.
Yeah, he wouldn't answer.
He wanted to do the whole Facebook situation. So, um, when he did it, he did not instantly pass away. We're not gonna get emotional on this part. He did not instantly pass away. He went one way, his phone went the other way, and when he fell and hit the ground, he was crying for help.
Jesus.
Yeah. So
I mean, my
I,
personal opinion, I just always thought that
it was a
I don't know.
tension going wrong. That's
Right, like
how I've always
I
felt. I
didn't.
think it was a cry for help, and it just totally went wrong.
Yeah, because I know he had PTSD and survivor's guilt,
Yeah.
and he was diagnosed with that, both of them. So he was supposed to be taking medication for that. And another thing I wanted to do was get involved with like the VA and stuff like that because they wasn't there to help him, emotionally coming back from the army. He been to 3 wars. You know what I'm saying? Seeing kids blow themselves up and stuff. That's hard.
Yeah, it
And then you
is.
got to come back and face your own kids. You know what I'm saying? Like that's hard. So they didn't
Mhm.
have the support that they needed in place to help him. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So that's
Recover.
definitely something that they need to, I mean, I would say continue to push that,
Put
Yeah.
in
and make
place for these
sure as much
veterans.
as
Yeah,
possible. Yeah,
they want to.
because it's necessary, it's needed, it's much needed, especially in the community when you have people still suffering from these things.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah. They
Oh
want
yeah.
to they want to send you to the hospitals and
Right.
just, put all this medicine in you, and they
Right.
fail to realize it's the medicines that's
That's
triggering
messing
certain
you up.
things in your mind and your
But
brain. And
then,
oh, that's a whole nother
like my brother,
subject.
if they wasn't taking the medicine, they told him they wasn't gonna pay him.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? So
So then he didn't have a choice
Right, but to take the medicine.
but to take the medicine,
Or you wasn't gonna get your benefits.
or he wouldn't get his benefits. But
Yeah.
then that was
Yeah.
And my brother said when he took the medicine, it made him feel like a zombie. The only thing he could do was just sit there and look at you and wonder what's going on.
That's it.
Yeah.
So
Like they had a whole I never forget. He had a whole brown paper bag just full of medication that he got from the VA hospital
he did not want to take
for PTSD. A whole brown paper
a
bag.
bag full
Yes.
of medication.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all, this is opening up so much. I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
Yeah.
We gonna talk about it. We gonna talk about it.
I'm okay. Let me go ahead and drop this because I can't carry it no more. I didn't try to be quiet, but I just feel like that this whole thing, even just knowing that this is a black man that's dealing with this in the first place.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't feel like that he ever really had a fair shot.
No, because when
against
they
this
sent them
medication.
back, from the army after he done served 10, 12 years and then retired, he didn't have he had an honorable discharge. You feel me? So
Right.
y'all was supposed to make sure he was straight when he came back here. They dropped the ball.
Mhm.
But this is America, and this is what we deal with.
You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? They dropped
I
the
hear this
ball.
stuff all the time, but it makes it personal when you hear somebody, you know what I'm saying, that's that close in proximity to you, that has dealt with something like this to this magnitude, and it has gone like, you know what I'm saying, unnoticed, because this should have never even got to this point.
That's
Right.
It should have never got to this point, but he may have just been looking for an out because he was tired of trying to juggle
Deal with it.
everything.
Mhm.
I mean, you're
Right.
trying to juggle, trying to stay sane, and then you're trying to juggle, trying to deal with them and all these medications, all these stipulations to keep your benefits. Then you're trying to
Right.
stay sane to run your businesses. That's
Right.
a lot
Right.
on anybody's shoulder. But again, I feel like as a black man, he was never set up for success coming back from the war. And
That
I'm
part.
not saying that white people don't deal with it, but I am saying that being that he's a black man, it was probably more so for
More
him
they
than
could
it
have
would
did.
ever be
Right.
for
Right.
them.
But they
I'm
did.
sure they're
Right.
not walking around with a bag of medications. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, it's just the real is the real. And as much as I love God, I can't sit on here and tell no lies. I won't do it. I won't
Tell the
do
truth,
it.
shame the devil. That's right.
Listen, and that's me all day, every day. I'm not changing, not ever in this lifetime.
Right.
That's it.
I
That's
love the
all.
Lord,
That's
and
it.
I won't take it back.
No.
They are
it.
doing our black men an injustice. They're doing
They
people
are.
an injustice, period, because I have heard of other stories of other nationalities not getting the benefits and the help that they need
Mhm.
But
from the
see, I
VA.
have a brother. Our oldest brother is in Germany, and he has the same diagnosis as Adrian.
Yeah, because our older brother, he's a veteran as
too.
well. Yeah.
So, but
Mhm.
How is he handling that? Like,
it's hard. It's hard because him and Adrian was best friends.
Yeah.
So it's hard. When he went to the military and left me and Adrian, then I graduated high school, then Adrian graduated high school, and then Adrian left, and I'm like, both of y'all leaving me.
And I wasn't going to no military. That wasn't a question.
that wasn't even in the cards.
No.
So both of them are both military veterans, both honorably discharged, retired military. So, but he's a German citizen now, and he's just dealing with it how he deal with it. Like
Mhm.
he don't even want to come back here. So
Wow.
Yeah.
because he said they don't treat them right. So
He on his Tina Turner. He say he's not returning to the
yeah.
States.
So he's not returning to the
Yeah.
Come back here.
He's not returning
They
to the
treat
States.
him better over
Yeah,
there.
and he
They
said
treat-
that.
yeah,
He
they-
said
they
he
treat
said
him
they
better
love us
there.
over there.
Yeah.
He say they
I'm
love us
sure.
over there.
They
Yeah.
do.
Mhm.
They love us over there.
I'm
They
almost
love us.
positive about that.
Yeah.
though.
So yeah, so he not
See,
coming.
right here we're a little too common to these type people. We're a little too common. We're
Right,
way
right.
around these parts.
Yeah,
That part.
We're like the cream of the crop.
but see,
They're
they're
like, let me see some of that melanin.
Mhm. Yeah.
But see, he getting the proper help and stuff that he need over there.
Well, that's
versus
a blessing. So
what Adrian got over here. So
right. Well, that's a blessing. I'm grateful he's there and he's getting the help that he needs. But we
Right.
definitely need to sound the alarm on how they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing
oh
for
yeah,
our people. And
Oh,
if
yeah.
you're gonna send them over there, then the least you can do is take care of them when they come back. That's all I can
Mhm.
ask. And that's the
it.
very
Yeah.
least.
That's
Mhm.
it. Mm-hmm.
They
I
are
think-
literally making us safe, trying to take care of things for us on our behalf. That's the very least. They're putting their
Right.
life on the line. That's the very least. They
Every
care more
day.
about these police officers than they care about these people from over in
Right.
VA Like, come on
I,
now.
Yeah.
I really think they don't take mental health serious, and it's sad.
But mental health is so
It-
important.
It's very overlooked. Like
Yes.
a lot of people don't even know that there's a mental health month.
Yeah,
Right.
it is.
A lot of people don't even know that, like, because it's not advertised or celebrated, like
It's
Breast
not.
Cancer Awareness Month or
Right.
autism or something else
Right.
is big. But yeah, it's not celebrated,
Right. Well, I
And
got
or
that's
at
the
mental
least
thing. That's the
health
sad
days.
part. That's the sad part.
mhm,
That's why everybody back crazy.
Right.
yeah,
Because at the end of the day, you got people dealing with trauma on all levels, but they
Right.
don't have nowhere to go. There's no safe haven.
Right.
mhm,
You'll be judged, or you'll be misdiagnosed or used as a guinea pig if you
mhm,
go for the
Oh
proper
yeah.
help that you need. And I
mhm,
Yeah.
say that firsthand because when I was dealing with anxiety and depression and stuff, they put me on this medication. And I kept telling them that, okay, this is making me gain weight. It's just making me lazy. It's not making me want to do nothing.
right,
They were like, oh
Yeah.
no, you just got to keep it in the system a little bit longer. And then it'll balance out. Okay, so
Yeah.
the longer I kept it in my system, the worse I felt and the fatter I got. Well, you still sitting here telling me, well, just take it a little longer. It's not the medicine that's making you feel like that. But it definitely was, because the minute I came to my senses and found out that I did not need that stuff, and
Right.
I refused to take it, and I gave all of my cares and all of my words to God. And then even when I have those anxious moments, I go to Him.
Yeah.
I ain't been on that stuff since it's been over a year.
I know that's
mhm.
And
right.
I
God
mean,
is
because
good. God is
I didn't want
good.
that. Yeah, I didn't want that stuff
Yeah.
They
in my
think
system. I'm
they think
sorry.
that's the cure to everything. Medication,
Right. It's
medication. But like
not.
I said
It's
earlier,
not.
that
It's only making
It's
them
medication,
not.
richer.
right?
It's
That's
not.
all it's doing is making them richer. That medication start fighting against each other. Now your mind is crazy. Now you thinking about going in there shooting up innocent people,
Right.
and is
Right.
they
Yeah.
don't take it serious. But and not to get political or colorist or anything like that, but they only take it serious when it's a mass shooting involving a white person.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Then mental
Right.
health is real.
Right.
Absolutely.
But
Because
why wasn't it real
then they want to
before
go to
that
jail.
situation?
Right.
Yeah, because then
Yeah.
they'll give them and let them plead insanity all day long.
Oh yeah.
All of a sudden, they ain't got their mind. They were
Hmm.
crazy. They
Oh, they
didn't know
didn't
no
know no
better.
Yeah.
better.
Yeah, they
Hmm.
didn't know no better. They was going through something. They had some trauma in their childhood, and
Yeah.
little Billy Bob got
Right.
picked on at school,
Right.
and now he's a mass murderer because
Exactly.
Ain't
he hated
no
his
way.
teacher.
Hmm.
But then you want to talk about mental health.
Right.
But then what about everybody else? Because it's
Exactly.
not just little Billy Bob
Exactly.
He ain't the
when
only
he
one
done something
suffering.
wrong.
Yeah.
You
That
know,
Me,
but
part.
people are really crying out for
it's
help.
it's so many for me, in my personal opinion. I think it's so many things that can lead a person to have mental thoughts or mental health issues. Like prime example, look at the times we're living in. Rent high, the minimum wage is still
Right.
at 7.25 in some areas, groceries high, gas high, everything is going up.
Right. That'll
you
take
you
anybody out.
that what I'm saying, that people mind playing tricks on them about that, because now you got to play Russian roulette at the grocery store and at the gas pump. You got to sit here and make life decision. Do I want to eat or do I want to drive? Which one
Come
do
on
I
here.
want to do?
Right.
Come
Yeah.
and prove it. All right,
You
which
know,
one?
Yeah.
and so that can play on a person's mental. You got a lot of people who work in jobs that they absolutely hate, but guess what? Maybe that person is a felon, and that's the only job that's gonna give you a chance. But that job treats you like crap, so that's messing with your mental.
Yeah.
Like, it's so many different things, in my
So
opinion,
many.
that
Yep.
just the smallest thing. So that's why I tell people, being kind to somebody, that goes a long way, because you never know.
And it don't cost a thing.
It costs you nothing, just
It
to say
costs nothing
hello,
to be
maybe
kind.
open a door for somebody. I don't know.
Right.
Just the
It costs
smallest little
nothing to be
things.
kind.
Hmm. And you
That's
never
true.
know. That's why, the type of job I do work for CMPD, and I deal with a lot of craziness. But every time I write an email or every time I deal with somebody, my goal is, I always tell them, you make sure you have a good day on purpose.
On purpose.
I tell
Right.
people that,
On purpose.
everybody, that you make sure you have a good day on purpose.
On purpose. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's important.
Yeah.
It's important. But I mean, you're so right. Anything can trigger someone to have those thoughts. Anything. Anything. Absolutely
Hmm.
anything can trigger people to have those type of thoughts. And with the way we living right now, it's kind of scary, and it's something like I was trying to make a joke out of it earlier, but it was serious. I was for real though. I was like, we going through all of this, and Biden can't even walk up steps. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? He can't even
So
walk
he
up
can
steps.
run a country. Can't even ride a bike, but you can run a
but
country.
y'all trusted him with our livelihood.
Right. That part. Like,
Y'all want to trust this
I
man to
Hey,
run the world? He can't even walk up some steps.
can't even walk up the darn steps.
Come
Oh,
on
Yeah.
now. He
Latinx.
fell not one time, not two times, but three
But
times
three
in one
times.
fall.
Several.
In one
Several.
fall.
So,
I'm
yes.
like, Lord, but all we
Yeah.
can do is pray and trust God, literally in these type of situations. But it's hard, for some people that don't know who He is. They don't know how to rely on their spirituality. You know what I'm saying? For that
But
type of
and then
help.
to go back to my brother, like we was raised in the church. We was raised in the church. We Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Now you can't get them to go by a church.
What?
Look, our
Just saying.
friends used to say, y'all just need to put a bed in there.
Clearly.
Our daddy
Yeah.
had us in church, so he knew who God was. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
He knew. So it was just like, really,
But probably
Adrian?
in that moment, everything
Yeah.
got so much
Like
louder.
I got his pictures everywhere in my house, and I still be looking at him to this day and be like, really, Adrian?
Like,
Like,
yeah, like, come on now.
really? Really?
Yeah.
Like, really?
It's going on what, 4 years? I've never even been to his gravesite. And it's been 4 years.
Wow.
And see, you stay at the funeral.
Yeah, actually, to be totally honest,
He,
I did not even stay at my brother's funeral. I actually left. It was still people
so,
coming into church, and I just decided, yeah, I'm good.
yeah, he wasn't supposed to be laying up there. So
Yeah.
Right.
like,
So what were your thoughts when you left? Like, what made you leave?
Um, I left because we spent time with him the day before at the funeral home,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just me and my brother at his casket, and I just had a conversation with it, and I let it go. So the next day when it was time for his funeral, I just kind of felt like that was for everybody else, and I had already made peace with the situation, and I was ready to move
Right.
on.
Right.
Mhm.
That's
And
good.
I didn't want to be in a church, and it's still people sad and stuff, and I can't tell people, well, why are you crying? Because I don't want to cry. So
Yeah.
that's that's the battle that me and my sister go through sometime, because she talks about him every hour on the hour, and sometimes I have to tell her, I say, well, maybe I wasn't thinking about him today, and I scroll and you got a million pictures of him on Facebook or something like that, and I'm like, oh,
because
well,
I
just
do. I
great.
post my brother all the time. I
So
do. I make
everybody mourns differently,
memes.
I can
I
say.
make
Yeah.
videos.
Everybody grieves,
I
mourns
do.
differently. Absolutely.
Yeah.
I
It's
Yeah.
a
post
personal journey.
him all the
Oh yeah,
time.
for sure.
I do.
And like I commented earlier, when the situation happened, it was just kind of like, all right, life moves on. You take your lick and you keep on ticking. I know I still had bills to pay. I still had a job to go to. My coworkers at that time, they were very supportive, and I had a good support system. But after the funeral, everything is back to normal.
Yeah,
For
that's how
some
it
people,
was.
yeah, it
Yeah,
can
Yeah.
be.
And
that's exactly
then
what
you
I
have
it
never
was.
to
stopped. I never took no time off or anything. I just kept
no.
going.
Yeah, you could. You
Hmm.
just had to go back to work and all that. And like I said, I right after that, I found out I was having a grandbaby, so it was
Yeah.
right in the baby shower and all that. You know what I'm saying? So I
She
didn't
was
have
Yeah.
the
time to think about my
She
brother.
was the perfect
So
distraction to our
she was.
family,
She really was.
because when my niece got pregnant with her, my niece was 15, 14,
14.
14, had her at 15. And I think had that not happened with my brother, we probably would have been a whole lot madder. But because we were still dealing with that situation, it was just kind of like,
Like,
Okay, what color was the baby
okay, all
shower?
right,
right, all
yeah,
right. Yeah. So
yeah,
she was the perfect distraction. And,
It worked. It
yeah, it,
did.
it,
but
it
It
worked.
worked.
that might
It
have been
really.
God just trying to soften the blow a little bit.
It did
Yeah.
because I was messed up.
Especially for her, because she was ready to, Lord, take me now.
I
Yeah,
was
she
messed
was.
up. I was
No,
really
Trey,
messed
don't
Yeah,
do
up.
it like that. Do
she
not
No,
do
for
it like
was.
real.
that.
Like
I
Do
mean,
it the
she
way
still
you
have
feel
those
over though,
moments.
Trey.
like
Yeah, she
listen.
still have
I'm
those
surprised
moments.
I'm not crying now, but
I'm proud of you. Let me go ahead and stop right there. I'm proud of you.
I prayed before I got on camera.
Yeah,
Yeah, Shay said she told
she
you you
did.
had a platform.
Yes,
I
I love
definitely
my
wanted you to have
cousin.
a moment
Yes.
to talk and a moment to
Yes.
share for sure. When I heard, I was like, yes, send me the info now, like today.
Yes. Yes.
Let's do
Yeah.
this because it's necessary,
It
Mhm.
is.
and
And a
not
lot
only
of
for
people
your
don't
healing,
talk
but for people
about
to
it.
know. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of people do not talk about it, but it is serious in the black community because not only did my brother commit suicide, but I've also had a daughter that wanted to commit suicide. And you know what I'm saying? So thank God she didn't do it, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But it's a battle every day. It's a battle every day. You know what I'm saying? To keep
Right.
saying, keep focused, I just keep
Right.
praying. Just gotta keep
Right.
praying. Stay
Yeah,
prayed
those
up.
prayers is
That's
what
all I
works.
can do.
Sharon
That's
Harris, your
it.
mom, said every day.
Every day
Always
she
Every single day. Mhm.
yeah.
every day is
Around the
church.
clock. Y'all should
And
have
I
just went to like a
now hold up,
Christian
but I heard
Catholic
that you
church.
say y'all won't even go by a church now,
Listen. God know my heart.
and he do.
He know my
Trey
heart.
got quiet.
I will stop
Trey didn't
by
say
there.
nothing else.
I stop by there, but I'm looking at the clock like, okay, Pastor, what time we
Like,
leave?
all right, let's wrap this up.
I'm grown now. I ain't got to stay here all day.
Yeah. I think for me in church, I don't have nothing against church. The funny thing about it, when I was little, I actually wanted to be a pastor growing up.
Right.
Funny. And I think that's probably how I got into podcasting, because I don't want to be a pastor anymore, but I still want to spread a positive word and just be a light to something or somebody. Yeah.
People need this light. They need
Of
this
course.
encouragement. They need
Mhm.
this positivity in a world that's full
Mhm.
of darkness and dark things happening and stuff. I definitely feel like it's necessary. So I'm so glad that the Lord is still using you even on your podcast.
Of course. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I'm
I,
trying. Listen.
I admire that.
Just keep me near the cross, or at
'cause,
least push me near it.
When we lost our brother, that made us do stuff that we didn't think we would do. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like, I started a business when I lost my brother. He started a
We
business.
all started businesses.
Like, me, him, my other sister, my other brother, like, we all started businesses.
He had his
brother.
business
Like,
first, and
it
then
was
after he
like,
passed, like
yeah,
we all just took a page out of his book and was just like, let's do it.
Yeah.
let's do it.
Yeah,
So,
let's just do it. So everybody has their own business now. She has a cleaning business. I have my podcast. My sister has a clothing line. My brother overseas, he has a hookah lounge. So
y'all doing big things.
we trying to, we want to use him as motivation. And just let him know he didn't die in vain.
Exactly. Like, I want to keep his memory alive.
Mhm.
Like, the positive stuff. He was a positive light for everybody. Like, even when you was down, he wanted you to be up.
Mhm.
He wasn't gonna let you be down. You was finna do something to pick yourself up.
We called him Rufus. That was his name, Rufus.
Yeah, she said that.
Yeah, because he was like, like, yeah, bad. It's bad. Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I'm so glad that y'all were able to cultivate that painful situation and turn it into something great.
Yeah.
Black excellence is everything.
Mhm.
And definitely using that as a push to start your businesses and to flow into entrepreneurship. That is amazing.
Right.
I admire your strength. I admire your zeal to keep going. And all I can tell y'all is this is up from here. 2023 is the year. I'm telling y'all. 2023 is it. Like, this is the year. Anything that you desire, anything that you really want, I say go after it.
Oh yeah.
Of course, put prayer on
Full
it.
throttle. Yeah.
Listen, I tell people all the time, chase your dreams, or you're gonna end up working for somebody who chased theirs.
Right. And that's not happening in this life.
It's
not gonna be my testimony. I don't know about nobody else.
Right.
Nah.
I'm on my own. Yeah.
Can't be me.
I'm done with those days, okay? I'm done with
Yes.
those days.
Yes.
Yes,
In Jesus' name.
Yeah.
In Jesus' name. Yeah, I'm already pursuing. I'm already beyond
That's
this.
it.
You
Oh,
know,
yeah.
I'm already over there somewhere.
It is
in my
done.
business.
Yes.
Oh yeah, for sure. You got to
For
speak
real.
over it. I tell
Oh,
people
yeah.
that all the time. Like,
Claim
prime
it.
example. And this is a message for anybody who's just watching. When you're talking to people, it doesn't matter who it is, your friends, your parents, your cousins, sister, brother. It doesn't matter who it is. If you're talking to somebody and somebody say, "Oh, I heard about your little cleaner business. I heard about your little podcast." Can we learn to take the word little out of it? Because what may be little to you is huge to somebody else, and you don't know what it took that person to get there. So can we take the word little out? And if you have somebody in your corner that's using the word little, then get rid of that person, because apparently they have a little mind and they don't support your vision or your cause. Amen.
Did you hear that preach come up out of him right there? Though? Did y'all hear that? I just want to know, did anybody else on this live hear that preach come out of him?
I'm so serious because that, that right there, people love to use that word little, and that word just does something to my spirit. It does. I
Yeah.
don't like that word.
Yeah, and what we have to, be so ever careful with too is that, we create what we want after out of what we say.
That's right.
So if we're made in the likeness and in the image of God, then we have the DNA of creativity because He created everything that is. So if that's the case, then when He spoke, He created man and woman and houses and land and all the stuff. He spoke it and it came into existence. We have that same power to speak things and it comes
That's
into
right.
alignment, into existence. So little is nothing in my life.
No.
Nothing in my life is little. Even waking up in the morning ain't little.
Everything is
big.
major to me.
That's right.
Major.
Make a big deal out
That's
of
right.
everything.
Yeah, out of everything.
So-
Whatever you even think of as
Mhm.
little.
Oh yeah.
Because it's just the opposite in the Lord. He makes the most out of nothing.
Oh yeah.
He knows how to multiply what we have and multiply it and make it grow quicker than anything else. So since I have that creative gene, then I'm speaking what I want to see.
Amen.
That's right.
So
I believe.
I'm already
Listen.
speaking that. So
Listen,
I'm
I'm
with
receiving
you.
it.
I'm
I'm
with you,
receiving
sir.
it.
Yes.
Don't come here with no little nothing.
No,
And
I ain't nothing
I
little.
love your big businesses.
That's
That
right.
part,
That's right.
yeah.
If you
Yes.
got to use the word little, don't even talk about it, or don't even talk to me. I
Just don't
can't
even
talk
say
to
nothing.
small-minded people.
Yeah,
I
just don't
can't
even
do
say
that.
nothing.
Yeah.
That's right.
Ain't on the
Small
same
minded
level.
comments over yonder somewhere. But
yeah.
over here,
Mhm.
everything
Uh,
big. Okay? Everything.
That's
and
right,
then
B.I.G.
Posting on
what's
my
to
Facebook
come?
all
It's gonna
the
be bigger.
time. I will be successful. My business will be successful.
Oh,
You
yeah,
will
you
be
gotta affirm
successful.
it.
You have to speak that
Absolutely.
over your business, over your
Absolutely.
life. You have to.
Yeah.
You have
Speak it
to.
and believe it and then watch it manifest.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
The longest journey begins with a single step.
That's
So.
it.
Yep.
That's it.
Mhm.
So we are all on the road to better days.
Yes.
Yes, we are.
Yes.
And we
Better
definitely let me say I definitely appreciate you inviting my sister onto your platform because like I told her, it's great for her to be able to speak to somebody about our brother, outside of someone she knows, so she can just get an honest outside opinion, because she got to understand that just because you may not have a brother or somebody close to you to go through suicide does not mean that there's not somebody out there that does not sympathize with you. So,
Absolutely.
and you never know who's watching.
Listen, and that's one of the main things that I put on here for this podcast is that I don't want anybody to ever feel like that they're grieving alone.
Right.
That's
I
right.
don't ever want anybody to ever think that they're in this battle, this journey alone, because we're gonna have highs and we're gonna have lows, but there's moments we have to lean on each other. And in those moments, I want to be available.
Right.
So it goes beyond the podcast. Y'all saw that I have a page from the author's heart. I have my inbox set up for them to reach me. I have phone number available for people to call me, whether it's in the midnight hour, first thing in the morning. If they need to talk, they need to vent, they need to pray, whatever they need to do. I want to be that person because I didn't have that. So that's what's driving me beyond this podcast is that really trying to change lives, really trying to speak and encourage our people. Let them know they got somewhere to come. Let them know that they got somewhere to, they can be free to be themselves. I love God and everything, but I'm not putting no boundaries or limits on my podcast because I want people to be able to be them, be real, and express how they really feel. Because that's the way we heal.
Because we didn't have that until now. Like like I said, I've only talked about it with my brother, my mom and daddy. You know what I'm saying? So
I talk about it with
really
everybody.
Appreciate it. Like it was really
therapeutic. It's a little freeing. It makes you feel a little lighter, don't it?
Right. Yeah. So,
and then for you to be able to, honor him in that way. And then, other people now know him. They now know his name.
Right.
So this is a moment in time that we can always reflect on and other people can reflect on and see how you all have made it, how you've continued to strive and how you are excelling, even though you were hurt, even though it was traumatic, you're still pushing, that encourages other people to keep going.
Right. Right.
And who knows, that may be the thing that somebody needs that's going to save their lives tonight.
Right.
We don't know who might tap in and see this even later on tonight or later on today. And then them change their minds about making a foolish decision in a moment because now they know that they're not alone and it has affected someone else and it has hurt other people. You never know. So I'm grateful for tonight. I'm grateful to God for this moment. I'm so grateful to meet you both.
Yes,
This
I'm
will
Thank you.
not be the
grateful.
last.
Yes,
This will
you know
not
you
be the
can call
last
me
time we
anytime,
connect.
girl. Look, call me anytime.
Look, I just kind of slid on in there. But,
Oh,
you
I
know.
loved it. I absolutely loved it. One thing about me, you will learn. I love to be authentic. I love to be
Yeah,
free. Like I said,
Yes,
I love God, and I'll never take it back.
I know that's
that's
right.
right.
I
That's
am
it.
I am definitely authentically me,
Yep,
and I'm
Yes.
not like every other minister. I'm okay with that. I'm not like everybody else. I'm not everybody's cup of tea. I'm okay with that.
that's
I have come
fine.
to a place where I'm at total peace with who I am and who I am in God. So
That's it. That's
that's
all
that.
that
And
matters.
I'm
As
always
long
gonna
as
try
you're
to do.
comfortable with who you are
Oh
and
yeah.
with him. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah. Oh
That's all
yeah.
that matters.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah. That's it. That's
Yep.
all I needed. That's
Yep.
all I
I
needed.
love God.
Yeah.
You don't love
I
God?
You
love
look out.
God.
What's wrong with?
What's wrong with you?
Child,
Well,
I
y'all.
love the Lord.
Yes.
Thank you
Well,
so much.
again,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you, thank you, thank you, thank you,
Yes,
Mm,
y'all.
thank
Thank y'all
it
so
was an
you.
much.
honor.
Shay said, "Great job, Trina."
Thank you.
Katrina.
Thank you, cousin. Love you.
Yes, and Trey, it was an honor meeting you as well. I'm so
Yes,
glad that
thank
you
you.
joined us tonight.
Yes,
This
yes.
has been
And for everybody
absolutely
watching,
amazing.
I'm gonna plug myself in real quick because I know
Plug it
you
in.
plugged
Plug it
yourself
in.
in. I do have a podcast, Anonymously Loud. It is the total opposite of this one. Okay, I'm a Christian, but it is rated R. But other than that, it's a fun podcast. We talk about everything. That's why it's titled Anonymously Loud, because you can talk about whatever, but you don't have to be on camera. You can call in. You don't have to say your name. You don't have to say names, but you can still get it off your chest. So
Right.
Anonymously Loud podcast on all platforms. Thank you.
Y'all heard
Yay.
that now. So y'all make
Yes.
sure y'all tap in, okay?
Yes, I love it.
All
Thank you
right,
so
y'all.
Let's
much.
support one
Thank you
another.
so
Let's
much.
support one another. All right. Thank
Yes.
Yes.
y'all again for tonight. I will be in contact with you later on.
Okay.
And everybody else, y'all have a wonderful night. Again, share it, tag somebody. It's not too late. Make sure that they can tap into what happened tonight. It will be available on YouTube first thing tomorrow morning. If not tonight, I have another rehearsal to go to. But if I get to upload that, then I will do that. I love you all with the love of the Lord. Y'all be blessed.
All right. Be blessed.
Hey.
Thank
All right,
you.
y'all.
All right.